let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
Hello. This is Adolf Vega from 3D or 2D.com, and today I'm reviewing Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. As always, I'll start with the 3D element first. So, the 3D element is sadly widely inconsistent. Look, many scenes the 3D is totally absent and just not noticeable, totally forget that's there. Other scenes, it looks great. It's just, very case by case, some nice here, some bad there. It's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's one chase scene in the cave toward the end of the movie that looks really nice in 3D. There's another scene where people look down from a really high cliff, and the 3D depth really helped make the 3D height more menacing. So it's just so widely inconsistent. Overall, I'm happy with it, though. I do like that I watched the movie in 3D. It's obviously post-production and not really filmed in that manner. But, it's nice. It's not awful, but it's not great either. And it's not a necessity if you watch this movie. So I'm going to give this a final verdict of good 3D. Now, onto the movie itself. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, is a dramatically different movie than I expected it to be. Many times it takes the lore and the stories from previous movies and just throws it away. It just says, screw that, we're changing things, we're new. And it's kind of shocking. But, I like it. I like it a lot. Because it takes this boldness. Where things were previously black and white, now it's many shades of gray. People complained Episode 7 was too safe, too similar, too familiar, too much like this, like that. It's not different enough, not new enough. Well, this is definitely the opposite of that. This movie boldly treks into a new direction and is a very different kind of quote-unquote Star Wars movie. It's very difficult to really explain how or why it's so different because I don't want to spoil the movie. So I'll try to keep this review relatively brief and as spoiler-free as I can. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi continues the story of Finn, Rey, Poe, and many more within the Rebellion. The First Order, led by Supreme Leader Snoke and Kylo Ren, are trying to eradicate the Rebellion and fully take over the galaxy. Rey is trying to finds Luke Skywalker and wants him to train and mentor her. Now, does Luke want to do that? Nah. The movie is split up into 3 different story segments. They're all interlinked and important for one another. So they're all independent. They all work together at the very end. And they make a cohesive whole. And the conclusion is fairly epic. The movie is very slow-paced for a Star Wars movie. The slowness of the movie didn't bother me because I was totally sucked into this world. I was sucked into the story and the characters, and I just loved it. I wanted more of it. It just looks fantastic. And that's another thing. The cinematography is stunning. The special effects are fantastic. The camera work is excellent. Gorgeous locations. Excellent creature design. I think they used practical effects as much as they could, and it looks fantastic. Mark Hamill reprises his role as Luke Skywalker, and I adore his more jaded, older version of this character. The performance is both interesting and very different than what you would expect. I also love Carrie Fisher as Leia. Leia is a strong woman and commanding warm presence on the screen. It saddens me that Carrie Fisher tragically died in 2016, and this will be her final performance in this iconic role. I wanted more from her. I loved her in this movie, and it's just so sad that she won't be back. And nor do I want her to be back. I do not want CG Leia or a voice actor that sounds like her to return. I think Disney and Lucasfilm has said that they're not going to do that, and I take them on their word. They really shouldn't. I also really enjoyed a new character of Rose. Rose is just kind of fun and light, and she has a casino subplot that at first glance seems frivolous, but it adds more depth to the universe and teaches a valuable lesson to several characters. Overall, the story is nearly perfect, and it's executed at a high level that I was not expecting. I was captivated from beginning to end. The movie's not perfect. I'll totally admit to that. I had minor problems with certain things here and there. Some of the jokes and gags fell flat, and at times the comedy felt forced. The pacing can be dramatically different depending on which subplot they focus on. It can be very jarring to view. Sometimes the movie will purposely tease the audience with hanging plot threads that are not fully resolved. I don't care if all the plot threads are fully resolved or not. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever. I just enjoy the mysterious grandeur of it all. I know some people are just going to be bothered because they have their theories and they have their ideas, and they get disappointed if the theories don't work out, and they get mad if the theories work out. And either way, you can win. So, they imagine all these things, and they had, 2 years to think about things, and now they're upset, and now the Comic-Con, whatever. I'm fine with it. The issues with the movie did not dramatically hurt my enjoyment of the movie. They're small, they're minor, they're trivial. Look, in closing, the movie is superb filmmaking and is my favorite Star Wars movie in the franchise. The movie has so many fun twists and turns and at times purposely subverts the expectations of the viewer, and I respect that. I respect that I did not see everything coming, that I was not given everything I wanted. Because it's a better story, and it's better that they have the guts to be this bold, and not spoon-feed me everything I want. Because sometimes I want things that are impossible to get, and instead they feed me something that's so much better. There's new blood that's been transfused into this long-standing franchise because of this movie. Look, I get it. I get the fans are really pissed off. They're exacerbated. They're angry, they're furious, they're, furious with rage because of the changes, because of the boldness to it. And honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think, if anything, I'm wowed by it because they're able to still feel like Star Wars, at least for me, and yet move forward. And that's just a boldness and something that I respect that they are willing to do. The movie franchise is not staying stagnant. It is moving forward and finding new ways to impress you, new ideas and new complexity to the story. Star Wars would never be the same after this movie. Last Jedi is more complex, more cerebral, and boldly goes where no Star Wars movie has gone before, and I applaud it. So, what's the final verdict here? Final verdict, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 Editor's Choice Movie Award. It is right there in the perfection, right in the edge, but it doesn't get there. I love the movie. I think it's fantastic. Must watch. And that's going to be basically it for my review. I hope you liked it. Bye.
Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
Alright, so that's going to wrap up this podcast.
Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, love, whatever. Heart it, do something.
3D or 2D.com can be found on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio. And if you want to send us email, our email address is email3d or 2d@gmail.com. And thank you again for listening. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.